Okay. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is having a really good day today. Um, I'm going to be doing a little bit of an interview with a friend talking about a little bit of stuff in the sports world, some of the craziest stuff. And my guest has just joined A1 Hoops, and we're going to bring him up right here if I figure out how to do this. Or I think he has to request to join. But in the meantime, feel free to ask questions. Um, basically anything. If we're what we're talking about, here's the request. So everyone can say hi to my guest, A1 who's Edwin. Um, wait, is he? Oh, it's loading. Okay, cool.
Yo,
Yo, what's going on, dude?
what's going on, man?
How you been?
I've been good.
I understand you just had work. How's
Vibing, trying to making sure the bills is paid.
that? Yeah, I bet. But I just wanted to ask you a little bit about your thoughts on, specifically, we both have sports pages here. We both like
Mm-hmm.
sports, specifically the NBA. I think one of the biggest things right now is NBA All-Star Weekend is
Mm-hmm.
going to be happening. And,
Yeah,
a lot of
exactly.
people have been concerned with that, with, COVID and stuff. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's all about how it's done, the protocols. Obviously, I mean, at first nobody wanted to have this All Star Weekend to begin with. I think even De'Aaron Fox was talking about how if he got selected, he would have to play because of the fines that they have. But it's all about how it's done and how if they're doing it responsibly, if that makes sense. Like you can't just let these players out and about, because it's in Atlanta. You can't just let them out and about doing whatever they want to do because that's dangerous to the team. And while they're during All Star Weekend, the rest of the team is going to be free to pretty much go wherever they want to go. Like all the players that didn't get selected, and that can also cause a potential risk as well. So we just got to see how it goes. I know LeBron didn't really want to do this. I know Kawhi didn't. So we just got to see, how it goes from there, and if what the type of steps that the NBA is going to take to make sure that it runs smoothly.
Yeah, it's a big thing when I think a lot of the main players in the league, such as LeBron, even like Giannis, he's saying, LeBron's the main figure here. What he says goes. Um, I want to give a shout out to Suns Geek on YouTube. He's in here in the chat. How's it going, my man? But another thing is, you know, some of these teams, they've started to come back. I think about half of them have started, bringing fans back at a limited capacity. Do you think
Uh huh.
by the end of the season, we'll see like every team start to do that? I mean, we saw like in the Super Bowl, they had a certain amount of players or a certain amount of people in the stands. Do you think that the NBA and maybe other sports leagues will start to go back to normal?
Well, I don't think it'll ever be completely back to normal for this season, as far as like having full capacity fans or anything like that. But I do see more teams starting to like allow fans back in. Like I believe New York. I think the Knicks already have fans in there
Yeah.
at like a certain amount. I think they're like 2,000 fans, something like that. And then obviously, they're all spread apart in the standings. I think Miami, I think they have like a new rule or something like that where they can have like 1,000 fans. I haven't checked on that recently. But as far as like, us getting back to maximum capacity, with total, amount of fans, I don't really see that happening anytime soon. I think that's maybe something for next season. But for this season, I think it's a good step in the right direction as far as letting certain teams have a little bit of fans in the audience, because that's a big deal for the players, especially. They feel like it's better to play in front of a crowd. It's kind of different when you're not playing in front of a crowd. So that's pretty much how I feel about that.
Yeah, and to your point, I know you're a big Heat fan. You're a big Miami
Exactly.
sports guy. But I saw something like with the Heat, they've had like COVID sniffing dogs, I believe, before games and stuff like that. Like
Mhm.
it's just like weird. You wouldn't even imagine that
I don't
about
even know how
2
that's
years.
possible.
Yeah, I don't know either. But I don't know. That's crazy. Big shout out to KB_Magic for joining the live. But I mean that's pretty much it. I just wanted to get your thoughts on the COVID stuff in the sports world. Um, do you have any final thoughts? I guess before we close this out.
I'm just waiting for everything to get back to normal, to be honest with you. I can't wait. a lot of teams, have missed games or had delayed games because, well, not delayed, but like postponed games because of the whole coronavirus protocols. And we saw the whole thing with KD, how he was allowed to play, then he wasn't allowed to play, then he pulled him in the middle of a game.
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that is ridiculous. So I just can't wait for everything to be back to normal. That way we can actually see all the players do what they do. And my team was one of the biggest affected teams. I mean, starting off the year, we were missing like Jimmy and Tyler Hero and Goran for like the first few weeks. So like now they're just starting to get back into the thick of things. So I'm just excited for basketball to be back to normal at some point.
Yeah, you guys were decimated like crazy. But it looks like you're on the right track now, which is
Yeah,
a
we're
great
getting back
sign.
there.
I want to thank everyone for joining the live. It'll be up on my page. You will be able to find it, on my blog. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Thank you again,
No
Edwin,
problem, bro.
for joining, being the
Mm-hmm.
guest. And I'll see you guys later.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace.